All right, friends, I'm back. This is Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I've got my third card for all the little things paper pumpkin kit from April. And this is the card we're going to make. Gonna open this is not attached, so we could put our greeting under there, then we'll open it up to this. So let's get started. We are going to need, now I'm using a clear acetate base. You can most certainly do this on a white base if you want, and then just glue this piece straight onto your white base. Glue the blue and forego the acetate base, but this is just an alternate, something different to do. So we've taken an envelope, cut the sides and the flap off the envelope. This is the front part. I've got it measuring just like one little tick down, so this is like on the 16th because I don't want it to be a full 5.5 by 4 1/4. I want it just a little smidge down, but if you leave it 5.5 by 4 1/4, you can, and then just trim it when you're done, if that's easier for you. So I've got my base, my envelope piece. You'll need 2 pieces of basic white cut at the same size, so like just a tick down from 5.5 by 4 1/4. I've got a tag and then the little flowery piece from the kit. I've got the rest of the cherry blossom branch, I guess they are, and I'm going to cut off any of these sharp edges from where we cut the other one off, just to help it flow without looking too chopped off. And we're going to use a little bit of twine, and that's about it. Now on my card I did put the blue piece on the inside, but that was only because I stamped on the inside and I didn't like it. I changed that greeting to out here, and so I just put the blue card on the inside. You do not need to use up your blue cards for the inside. I will not do it on this one. But if you see that, that's why that might look a little different. If you caught that when I get going, that would be why. All right, so we're going to start with doing the inside first. I'm going to put our enjoy your day in there. I'm going to glue a couple of the leftover flowers from the elements that came with the kit. We're going to glue those onto the bottom. Kind of overlap them a little bit. I'm going to close up my ink before I get it on everything. Then I'm going to glue this to the inside of the card. All right, so we're going to line this up on the inside at the top, and then try and follow the side of the plastic down. And that makes our back, but you see, this is where I said you can see the tape through it, so that's where we glue another piece onto the back. Like this. And like I said, they're just a smidge shorter. And it looks like I might have, there's my phone folder. I creased this at 5.5, and I'm just gonna, with my trimmer, now I'm just gonna make sure I flatten it real good. And then I am gonna take my envelope piece. I have scored it at like 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch, I believe that might be. Oh, where's my ruler? I can tell you. 1/8 of an inch. It looks awfully big for 1/8 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to put some adhesive. I'm going to use my, oh no, I'm going to stamp it first. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. So then take the dots from the kit and balmy blue ink. And then I'm just going to randomly, and I'm not going to push too hard. If they don't all come on there, dots don't all come out, that's fine. I don't really care. I want it to look very, oh, I don't know what the word is. Grungy, I guess, sort of. So I'm just going to set my stamp down. Like I said, I'm not pressing. I'm just sticking it down there, but I'm not pressing to make sure that all the ink comes off or anything. If they're light, they're dark. Don't really care how they show up. All right. Going to close that up now. And now I'm going to put my green glue on this little strip. And then I'm going to open up my card. And I'm going to stick it to the top of the piece I just put down for the back. Now you probably could do this before you glued it on as well, if you would have better control over what you're doing to glue the blue onto the white before you put it into the card. You could do it that way. That works too. So now we've got this piece here that will mask the tape and stuff from the back. You're not going to really see that as you would as if we didn't put the blue and you opened it, then we would see that in there. So now I'm going to wrap around my twine, and I'm going to wrap it around both pieces, the blue and the acetate, so that I'm sure that they're going to both come up together when you flip the card up. So I'm going to tie a bow, try and tie a bow. It might take me a couple tries to get it tight enough. Could be another pausable moment. Let's see what we get. Pull that down. Like so. I'll trim it off. And then I'm going to kind of curve it a little bit and pull the bow over to the edge of the paper. And for me to push that in like that, it lets up on the tautness of the ribbon and lets me slide it around without dragging against the side of the card and bending the cardstock or anything. All right. So I'll leave that. I'm going to try to pull that down a little bit. So now we have our other little sprig here. I want it to go up to the top best that I can, and then come down the side and kind of waterfall down. I did cut the end off just to give it that blunt edge against the card. Now you might want to use some good adhesive here, like your Seal or Seal Plus, just to make sure that it's going to stick. I'll use my Seal. And it looks like I got it on there pretty good. All right. And then I'm going to go just below my ribbon. There we go. And I'm going to glue that down real good. Pull my ribbon tight again. You can trim the ends of your ribbon or make your bow a little smaller, bigger, however you want for your, like the focal point of it. I'm thinking that those might be too long and they're taken away from the cherry blossom. So I have my tag and my Calypso Coral ink, and I'm going to use the Wishing You the Brightest Birthday sentiment, and that comes from the Celebrate Daisies, I believe it's called. Let me peek. No, it's called Cheerful Daisies from the annual catalog, and I'm going to stamp that on this tag. Move that out of my way. Then I will glue this onto this little element from the kit. Can't tell if that's on there straight. Kind of looks like it might be a little crooked. Call that good. I'm going to glue that flat. And I'm going to lift up the cellophane and just put it on the blue. I'm going to move it down just a tad. And there we have it, our third card.